can still recall the message that set everything in motion. A simple text from an old college friend, inviting me to a private get-together. She called it a hidden party, a quiet reunion for a handful of close friends. I hesitated at first. My husband, Daniel, wasn't a jealous man, but he liked to know where I was going. Still, the idea of escaping our calm suburban routine for one night felt irresistible. When I told Daniel, I kept the details light. I said it was just a small meetup with some old classmates. He smiled and told me, "Have fun. You deserve a night out." I didn't realize then how much those words would echo painfully later that evening. The place wasn't what I expected. It wasn't anyone's home or a cozy restaurant. It was an elegant hall hidden behind an art studio downtown. Soft lights, low music, and a crowd that was almost entirely male. I froze for a second, uneasy. My friend greeted me with a quick hug, laughing off my confusion. "Relax, it's just a networking mixer," she said. Yet something about the atmosphere felt off. The men weren't just chatting, they were observing. Every time someone walked in, conversations paused. Laughter sounded practiced. I stayed close to the walls, nursing a drink, debating whether to leave, but curiosity kept me there. I made polite conversation with a few people, texting Daniel occasional updates to make it seem ordinary. I told him I'd be home late. He sent a heart emoji back. For a brief while, I believed this night would quietly fade from memory. But fate had a cruel sense of timing. Around 9, a man approached me. His face was uncomfortably familiar. When he spoke, my stomach turned. He worked with Daniel. His presence made no sense. He smiled slightly, leaned in, and whispered, "Didn't expect to see you here, Emily." My pulse quickened. He told me Daniel was on his way. My heart stopped. Someone had sent Daniel pictures. Me surrounded by men, laughing too closely, framed in a way that told the wrong story. Panic surged as I grabbed my phone. Dozens of missed calls. Moments later, Daniel walked in. The room went silent. He didn't yell. He didn't accuse. He just looked shattered. His eyes swept over the crowd, then found mine. I started to explain, to say I hadn't known what kind of event this was, that I'd been misled, but my words fell flat. He handed me his phone. On the screen was a message from an unknown number. "Your wife's having a great time tonight. You should see it for yourself." Attached were photos of me. Not scandalous, but damning enough to fracture trust. I saw the hurt behind his calm expression. I begged him to believe me, but once trust splinters, it rarely fits back the same. "You should have just told me the truth," he said quietly. Then he turned and left. I ran after him, but by the time I reached the door, his car was already gone. The sound of his tires fading into the night was louder than any argument could have been. I sat alone in the parking lot, replaying every moment. Why hadn't I been honest? Why hadn't I sensed something was wrong? That so-called hidden party wasn't innocent at all. It was a setup, hosted by people using charm and secrecy to draw in business prospects. I had walked right into their scheme. The next morning, I came home to find Daniel packing a bag. He said he needed time. His tone was steady, but his distance cut deep. "I don't know what to believe anymore," he admitted. Couldn't blame him. Weeks passed before he finally agreed to talk. I showed him the messages, screenshots, and proof that others had been deceived, too. It didn't fix everything, but it eased something in his eyes. For the first time since that night, I saw a hint of belief. Our marriage didn't end, but it changed. We both learned how delicate trust really is, and how one careless choice can unravel years of calm. Even now, I sometimes think about that night. The hidden party taught me a cruel truth. Even small secrets carry the power to destroy far more than honesty ever could.